It's a season finale. There's a party, and I'm craving buffalo wings. Tune in.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, season finale Sunday.
I'm not ready for it to end. Oh my goodness.
I'm kind of ready for it to end.
I'm ready.
It's been a long journey. It's been a lot of shadiness, some ugliness, some big bellies, mine included. We have a lot to talk about. I'm your host, Hollywood Lian.
I'm your host, Miss Conversation Piece, and I like ranch dressing.
With buffalo wings?
No, I like carrots and celery. I don't eat meat.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Thanks, vegetarian.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Drew Jones. What's up, party people? It's Erika Edwards.
We're all in our feelings today. It's the theme of the episode. It's the theme of today. Obviously, it's Sunday. It's my favorite day of the week, so we're just going to get through it. We have a lot to talk about. We have a fully loaded news and gossip section for us. I'm going to be reading the tweets that Nene sent Porsha. Maybe Drew will volunteer to be Porsha, and we can go back and forth and reenact it.
I'll take it.
Let us know in the live chat if you want to see that happen. A little acting. I was on HBO. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about. Let's just get into it. It's a season finale. A little shout out to the haters. Hi, guys. I'm back.
Hi.
Thanks for the love. We appreciate you guys being in the chat, in the live chat. Hi, Joseph Boza, Spencer Whitlow. You guys are all great. Holly Burnett. Thanks for coming. Film Raider. Let's do this. I see you guys have lots of opinions. I see the word moose in the chat.
And shout out to you guys that comment each and every week. We love it. Either you love it or hate us. Either way, you're commenting. So keep doing that.
All right. Well, Marlo and Nene, the BFFs. Today and yesterday and, tomorrow. Greg is down for chemo. He needed time to figure out if this was going to be the right choice. God takes us through a journey, as Marlo said, and that's what's happening, What is also happening is Cynthia's making her own drink. A peach Bellini. You guys, I knew that the party was happening, but I didn't really know that this was that. I didn't know she was making a drink. They do this on Real Housewives of New York, not Atlanta. I'm excited. A peach Bellini. Who likes peach Bellinis, first of all?
I love them. I love them more than mimosas, for sure.
Exactly. It's champagne and a little peach syrup. Seagram's is a fabulous brand. If you want to support us, Seagram, send us a little sample.
Yes.
Little
But if you want to
Cynthia's-
support us, Grey Goose, that too would be nice.
Hey, Coors Light, whatever we can take. No.
Oh, you some country over here with that
I was like,
Coors
No, I
Light.
don't drink beer. I'm sorry. I'm just saying we'll take the sponsorship.
Well, she's having a lunch, and this is kind of we've been waiting for. We've been seeing the previews. We've been seeing, the trailers and stuff. The reunion obviously happened. These ladies can't contain themselves. Text messages are being thrown out everywhere. Make sure to catch it. I did my first show today. It's Bravo, bitch, so make sure to check it out. I promised you guys that. We'll plug it a little bit later. But for right now, Marlo and Nene, they're talking about Eva. GoFundMe accounts, all this types of shade. Before we get in too deep into that, Kenya's brought up right away. Here's the formula, Nene said. She was talking about me on Instagram. It was like a marry, kill, date kind of like game. So, God, it's just so petty. But if you're going to pick marry, kill, or shag, someone has to die. And it wasn't even that. It was like delete, follow, or...
It was like delete, call, or like, or something like that.
Yeah, which I've never heard of. Who plays that game? But, Kenya was at home not doing anything, so she's like, I'm going to play this game. And she put delete Nene. So Nene took that right away as, okay. But then, according to Nene, she took it a little bit further, started talking about her in the press, and then deleted her or unfollowed her on Instagram. We've talked about this before we've talked about this before on the show, on all sorts of other franchises. Unfollowing is a huge deal. To me, it says something because you can't just unfollow someone by looking at the post. You have to physically do a couple things to actually unfollow someone. So, without talking about the show, how do we feel about being unfollowed?
I don't take it personally because this is the thing. I've unfollowed some people who I have an app and it wasn't personal. It was just like I'm trying to.
So did you unfollow them though because they weren't following you anymore?
I don't know what the app does. It just regulates my numbers, so I don't know if it was because they didn't like a picture, but there's different like ghost followers, there's different like things like that.
But specifically, we're talking about someone you know, unfollowing you. You're an entertainer, so your ratio might be a little bit different. Are you going to follow that person still, or are you going to unfollow them?
I'm gonna unfollow them.
Can I be honest? I don't notice. And like, I'm not saying I have crazy followers or anything like that, but like, I legitimately do not notice if people follow me or don't follow me. I just follow who I enjoy following. I'm friends with people I don't follow.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like.
Do you have a business account?
I mean, technically, mine's a business account. But
So
like,
sometimes the statistics tell you like certain things, and like that's why I'm talking about ratio for someone that only follows like say 200 people, because they don't want 1,000 people on their feed, and those 200 people are going to be, obviously that's going to be like a quality kind of thing, and not a quantity thing. So if we're going to be like tit for tat, obviously you're not that way. So Erika, how would you feel like if you were following like a small percentage of people and that person unfollowed you?
Okay, well, my thing about it being, I guess, sort of in the industry or whatever, in stand-up, my thing is I follow certain people I follow because I'm their fan. So yeah, I don't expect like Beyonce to follow me back. It's fine. But when I follow someone who's kind of at my same level and I see you every day, I'll be honest, I'll give you 48 hours. And if you don't follow me back, then I unfollow you, because I'm not following you because I'm a fan. I'm following you because we're both out here trying to grow our following and to show support.
Yeah.
So if you don't support me, it ain't no hard feelings. I'm good.
I had to bring this up because there's a formula. Like people do this, you guys. Miss Brown Sugar in the chat. You don't necessarily get a notification, but if you have the app, it will tell you.
Yes,
So it just depends if you have the app. Obviously, Drew doesn't have it, so she doesn't check up on it. Erika
I have
has it,
and I check it.
Yeah. So here's the thing: if you're following
I feel
somebody
you.
and you're doing it for the support, if they're not liking, they're not commenting, what's the point? Like, I don't need to follow you.
I mean, I don't go through. I just check who unfollowed me the day. I don't
But I'm
honestly
saying,
have.
forget the follow,
No. My
but
point
if
is,
you're
I don't have the
following-
time to analyze who likes and doesn't like. Right?
Yeah, that's
so
too much.
I don't have the time for that. So I don't really care
you
what
know
they're
who
doing.
likes your stuff.
I just think like
People know that. That's
I
a
just
common
think
thing.
like if I like your content, I'm gonna follow you. I'm not very concerned if you're following me or not. But like if I'm like I'm like, oh, I want to see what they're up to.
And
then,
even
like,
more than that, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, even getting back to the thing about liking, I don't care if you like my stuff, because I know plenty of times people have never liked anything. And
Yeah.
I run into them on the street and they're quoting stuff I know they got off of my feed.
Exactly.
Blank.
It's crazy.
I'm like, I ain't seen you in 2 years,
Well,
so I know you following me.
The only reason I'm
and I know
bringing
you
this up
watching.
is because there is a game, and Nene was talking about it. She took it personal, so we had to bring this into the conversation. Cynthia brings this up at the end of the episode. She says you play the social media game. That's why we're bringing this up. There is a game. Obviously, some people play it, some people don't. Some people don't really care. Some people are too caught up, too busy to notice. You can get the app; it lets you know right away. But you know, it's just something that started it.
And also, Nene
You
brings
know.
up in the episode that Kenya knew, which she probably did, that by unfollowing Nene, that was going to create more drama. So it's different. Like, if someone unfollows me, don't nobody care. But if someone unfollows Nene, like Kenya, then it's like, oh, okay,
But
there's
if I
going to
don't
be
want to see
repercussions
you on
to
my
it.
timeline, then I don't want to see you on my timeline.
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
You
gonna
can
unfollow
hide people, though, but you're right.
Yeah,
Just
no.
do-
It's a
do
free
like-
country. You're allowed to
Exactly.
like whoever you like. You can unfollow whoever you want. Totally. But
These
she doesn't
women
have.
are in their 50s. Like, that's why I'm just like, girl.
Just unfollow her, and then that'd be done.
I know,
Like,
but
not
you
make
know
a
what,
big
though?
Back and forth.
We have to talk about it because the women are playing the games. Like, we're just commenting on what's happening. I'm
Yeah.
not saying we're in this social media game, but the women are playing this game. Like, Nene is mad that Kenya unfollowed her, so we have to bring it up. Porsha don't want to go to Kandi's events because she don't want to mess with the candy factory. I kind of feel you on that, girl.
Fair.
But she's fine. That they're just not arguing, which is kind of good. They've come to this place. I love that she
Yeah.
mixed into the love and she was part of it and stuff. They've come a long way. I like this Porsha and Kandi situation.
I do too, and I really appreciate that Kandi was like, listen, she's not overextending herself to bend over backwards for me, so I'm not going to do the same, but we're cool. Like, it wasn't a sense of like, I'm insulted that you're not coming to my stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
it's just like a mutual, we kind of know what this is. I'm sending you love, you're sending me love, and like,
Yeah.
let that be that.
And it goes beyond that. Like, we all know how Don Juan is. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
There's reason there.
There is. I don't think Portia's being petty by not showing up. She knows, like, the Candy Factory, like, they do the most.
And she gets in trouble every time she hangs out over there.
I think it's a mature decision.
I think it's the same thing as an Instagram thing. Like, you're deciding not to come to my event, so I'm not deciding to come to your event. You're following me, I'm not following you.
Kinda true.
It's the same thing.
It's kind of true. It's kind of like, but you know what? If that's going to keep the peace, then so be it. You know what I mean? Not everyone needs to follow each other. Not everyone needs to like each other, come to the events, but you have to be supportive of your friends. And I think that's the theme that maybe we might be missing in this episode is just being supportive.
Being
you know
real
what I mean?
friends.
Sometimes just put it aside. It's hard. You know what I mean? It's just hard. You're so pissed off. But you know what, though? That power that they have over you, when someone points it out, I don't know about you guys, but when someone says, wow, I didn't know I can get you this upset. Like, I have so much power over you. I instantly turn it off. I ain't mad no more. As far as I'm concerned, we're on the same team. Let's go out. If you can't beat them, join them. I'm not going to be pissed off anymore because for someone to have that much power over me, it says volumes about you. So we're going to get into it. Everyone relax. We're going to talk about Nene eventually. We're going to bash her eventually.
No, we're not. I'm not
kidding.
anyway.
We're going to play both sides, even though you guys don't like when I talk about the other side. I can't believe he didn't talk about her. I can't believe he did that. You guys, I was just presenting both sides. I think you hear what you want to hear. I said if even 10% of the Eva stuff is true, that's horrible for her, and I feel so bad. So, you know, you got to listen sometimes. You got to listen.
You said what
They
you
have
said.
so
I
much.
said.
Do they have so much power over you, Lian?
They do. They have so
think
much
The
power over me.
commenters, well, keep commenting, guys. Keep liking. We love it. Thank you guys so much.
Okay, I'm not even gonna
for
pretend
listening
I
to-
like those horrible comments that you all leave. The mean ones, I don't like them. I'm
Okay,
not
Yeah.
thank you
gonna
for
act like I
cutting me
do.
off in the middle of the live read. Erica, thank you so much for tuning in
can't.
each and every week to Real Housewives of Atlanta panel. We enjoy your comments, good, bad, ugly. We love the commentary and we love being host here. So if you guys wouldn't mind, give us a thumbs up right now, a 5-star on iTunes, and keep commenting and keep live chatting with us.
Yes, we see you guys, and we love you guys. Hi, everybody.
But keep it like Thumper and Bambi, and if you don't have anything nice to say about one of our lovely hosts, then don't say it.
Right.
Or put your location on, let's pull up.
Because we about that life.
You say
No,
it.
it's fine. You guys, it's just TV. No one should be getting their panties over in a
I'll fight for
wad.
you.
Thank you.
I'll throw some hands for
Thank you.
Erica.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you look
Yay,
beautiful
you
today
did.
with
Thank
your
you.
glasses
I
and
had
without.
to lose those glasses. They dogged the glasses too bad last
Listen,
week.
I like
oh, I'm
the
such a
I
fun.
like the glasses, all right?
Me too.
Thank you.
Well, wedding, name changes. They're moving into the city. You need to put me on your bank account. You know, we're talking about Eva, and we're checking out their home situation. I'm not trying to be shady, but let's talk about it. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's a lot of fishiness there. Without talking about the stalker stuff, without even talking about that, you know, they're in a transitional period. You know, they just got married. What you gonna do, baby? I'll buy you a big house. That's cute. You know what I mean? But you're in a transitional period. You're not in that big house yet. You know, you got a baby in your lap, you got a baby in your other hand, like, you got a lot going on. So I feel for you on that. What do we think about this scene with Eva and her man and her really cute babies? Oh my God.
First of all, those babies are beautiful, and I just hope that mine are half as cute as those babies.
Yes.
But I like it. First of all, I think their home is cute. I like it. I think it's beautiful. I just don't like this whole, like, in the grand scheme of things, Eva is not on the same financial level as like a Kandi or a Nene.
Exactly.
So for people to expect her to be on that level is stupid because it's just not realistic. I think they're living within their means. I think they went big for their wedding, which I know hella people who go big for their wedding.
But she is very showboaty about money and amounts,
But
Drew.
I mean that maybe that's listen, that's not my thing, but if that's her thing, like whatever. But I'm saying this whole they look happy, they look healthy. They're working on building this house. They're living in a cute place in the meantime.
That should
so,
matter.
Like, that's good.
Yeah, and she's living in a condo. I mean, you can have security at your condo. Like, you know, you can have
Yeah.
a concierge or a
Yeah.
security desk. So I don't think.
Doorman.
And
Yeah.
for anyone, and for because the Marlo with the GoFundMe thing was pissing me off because she's petty. If anyone wants to take a 2-second Google and type in Kevin McCall, have fun because the results are gross. So
Yeah. Well, what I thought was super cute was how he was asking her, "Are you gonna change your Instagram name?" You know, because she has the last name change. So
See, Instagram's important, y'all.
it is. It's starting to become
guess.
like a staple in our lives.
Oh, yeah. Don't even let her fool you. Everyone on this panel's on Instagram all the damn time. So Portia's having a gender reveal party and nothing is going right. The tears are
Lord.
flowing. There's no carnival. There's no fire. Why aren't you on your stilts? I'm paying you to be tall. You know what I mean? Mike over here, out of control, sort of proposing. The guests started showing up right away, but it looked like it all came together. Everyone had a good time. I want to talk about who was in charge of the poppers. Why is there a random blue in a sea of pink poppers?
I think they wanted to just kind of throw Porsha off just in case she tried
No,
to
that was
kinda
clearly
see-
a mistake.
yeah, I think that was
one out of, because she's the only
Yeah.
one that had it.
There's no way they could. I think it was an accident.
Okay.
But I felt for her. Like I really did, especially like when she's like, when you've had a miscarriage and you're pregnant, you want everything to go right, and you're so excited.
It's
and
cute.
then I was just like, poor baby, and I love that Dennis was like,
But what was going that right? I think it was good. I don't think it was that bad.
but I think like you know how you. Like, I remember, like, my Sweet 16, I had, like, such a, like, vision of it in my head. And then when I got to my Sweet 16, I mean, looking back on it, it was fun. But in the moment, I was like, this is not what I wanted. And it was, like, all I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, you dream of something and then it doesn't go
Well,
the
you
way
have a
wanted it.
vision, and the vision wasn't executed properly. I would have been yelling at that chubby party planner walking around. Why are you not even dressed up, first of all?
Why is the tent not up?
Well, I know you're setting up, so maybe you want to set up in your gym shorts, but you know what? That's why you set up hours before. Literally, guests were rolling up behind.
Mm-hmm.
You're setting up a chip table in freaking basketball shorts, and the tent's not up. It's Atlanta. I don't want to be out in sun. I need some freaking shelter. And give me shelter. Speaking of, I see you in the chat, boo. I think the ladies of Atlanta would disagree. You saying they're the poorest franchise. I am very rich, bitch.
Okay.
That's all I have to say about that.
Well, Dennis wasn't having it. I love how he stood up for Porsha
I do too.
and was like there for her. But it was kind of weird when he was like, "Shorty, you okay?" I was like,
No,
"Is
that's
that
how-
how
that's
we
his
talk?"
swag. Me
I love getting
too.
called shorty. I'm like, what's up,
That's
baby?
his
But
swag.
to your dude, like,
Yes.
I thought like a dude on the street be like, "Hey, yo, Shorty."
Listen,
This is why Convo's single.
Listen, that's Shorty's like a big thing in it because I went to college in Atlanta. Shorty's like a big, that's like baby. You know what I'm saying?
Shorty.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, y'all can call me Shorty. I like it.
You don't know about that shorty life?
Shout it.
Don't call me shorties. Call me queen.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Well,
right, hotepery.
then don't be hating on them 50-year-old men, because that's the only one's going to call you queen.
right.
And gay men.
like
Hey,
older men.
queen. Hey, queen.
Hey.
All right, well, speaking of queens, Eva comes to the party looking incognito. I'm sorry, I had to. She came in, sunglasses, hat. I'm like, you looking incognito. It was kind of funny, though. I loved how everyone came. You know, everyone was supportive. You know, even Kandi sent some flowers, which was nice. All that pink. PJ is here. Figuratively and literally, because she actually is here. And we have the photos. So stay tuned to our news and gossip section. It's going to be so lit. Let's talk about this party. There was a lot of random people there. And I feel like there was random people that she kind of didn't really even know. Like that one scene with the guy. And like he seemed like a fan, right?
He was a Dish Network co-host.
Oh, okay.
That's what it said. That was the caption. There.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
I was looking at him and I forgot to read his little thing. I just, didn't even read
I
down
didn't
there.
like the comment Shamari made about her Porsha. I mean, I'm sorry, Eva bringing in expensive flowers, but she's broke. Like,
Yeah, that
what
was so
that
rude.
about?
That was so
Yeah,
rude.
because I was like, sis, I know the new edition money not that good for you to be sitting here throwing stones at
Okay.
people.
And the fashion choices, especially the first 10
And
episodes.
the first thing you say is, "Where's the alcohol?" when you walk in somewhere. Girl, bye.
I mean, same. I'm not gonna judge her on that. That's on me.
I love a
You
good
gonna hang
drink.
out with Shamari just fine.
Yeah, me and Shamara get it popping.
I'm glad y'all are having fun, sipping that wine, having a good time. That's what we want to do. We want to make you laugh. You know what I mean? It's a TV show. I know we're going to talk about some serious stuff, but it's a TV show. Like I don't think they would be showing it if like it wasn't going to turn out like kind of okay. I don't know. Like I just don't see them putting someone in danger like that. I know this is a serious subject, but until we like see it in black and white, I don't know like what to think of it so far. I just know that he's crazy and she's trying to get away from him. I get it. Like, I get it. And I'm not trying to downplay anything. Let's move on to, like, the real party because Seagram's Peach Bellini is launching nationwide and Cynthia wants everyone to have a cup. And you need to have a couple because apparently there's not enough alcohol in it. We want to get drunk around here.
I mean, you guys, if we drink a bottled beverage, usually they're like beers or
0.6 or something.
That's normal. And I think you guys should send us a case so we can test it out and see how much alcohol is in there.
But also, it's proven that sugary drinks can get you drunker with a lower amount of alcohol. So that's.
What's the sugar
And then the
do?
next day.
Huh?
What's the sugar?
Because you get like a sugar rush on top of like.
The sugar hurts your head the next morning so
does.
bad, though.
Yeah.
Those peach bellinis look very tasty, but I think I would have one.
I would I would take like a Hennessy and then chase it with the peach.
Oh my
Bellini.
God, that's a good idea. You're gonna be
I
so
have a drinking
faded.
problem.
Or mix it. You know how they do those margaritas with the Corona in there? Like,
Ooh.
yes, a peach
A
margarita with
Hennessy
that.
margarita.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, drinks,
Hennessy?
drinks,
I'm getting
drinks. The party's here. Like, this is what we've been waiting for basically all season. Everyone knows it ends with the party. So let's get to it. The party, the Seagram's party. Mike came, his cousins came, his family came, his mama came, his daddy came, his second cousins came, his neighbor came, and his Uncle Bobby came too as well. Like,
I love it.
it was
sprung,
cute.
sprung.
It was cute. Let's talk about this before we get into Nene and Greg showing up. And she's like, there's the couch.
Ooh. Well, Mike is really feeling Cynthia. He's ready to propose. He's giving her those little subtle signals. They didn't go ring shopping like Porsha and her boo did, so
He is getting really raunchy with the pulling out comments and stuff. I was getting hot and heavy.
I know that he's putting it down.
He is.
Mike.
And he's proud of it.
you think so?
Yes. Mike
Yes.
Hill is blowing her back out, and I'm here
Yes.
for it. Yes, Mike Hill.
Drew and I can sense big dick energy.
We
Oh,
can. Yep.
I don't sense it. But
I think
okay.
Mike is not just putting it down, but he's making love over there. He's making love.
I feel like
She's
if that
low.
was the case, she would have got with him earlier. Like,
No.
I don't think that.
No.
He got that walk.
Yeah, he's got that walk, and
He
you know
got that
what?
walk.
I need
She's
to
been
watch
in
it. I
LA.
need to see the walk.
She's been in LA way too much.
That's what
Like
I'm
she
saying.
can't get enough of it. Nene and Greg show up, and it kind of like makes everything kind of happen. Everyone's like, "Yay, Nene and Greg are here! Woo! The party is here!" And she's like, "All right, well, there's a couch right there. You want to go sit down?" He's like, "No, I don't want to go sit down." She needs a drink as soon as possible. There's all sorts of shade immediately. It's like a wine cooler, so no one was exactly going to get turned up. So Shamari was a little pissed off, you know? So we're all hanging out, and then Kandi, of all people, walks in with Kenya. Immediately hugs Greg. He's the first person she runs into. There's some commotion. She's hugging some fans, some people she knows and stuff. And, you know,
Kandi
the monster's here, according to
Kandi knew
Nene.
the whole time, so why is there no outrage? I mean, I know Nene unfollowed everybody on the cast, but she didn't go at Kandi the same way she went at Cynthia.
Because she knows she can walk on Cynthia.
She and Kandi aren't that tight.
And also, she doesn't have that energy towards Kandi.
Yeah,
Like
and-
she and Kandi just now basically getting
yeah,
back cool.
and they had a little
barely-
moment at the end. Like I never thought that Nene would be crying on Kandi. But hold on, let's not get too. Let's go in sequence. What do we think about the immediate energy? Because it shifted immediately. It wasn't like it was gradual and there was some words of exchangement. Like as soon as she was there, Nene was instantly pissed off. You want to know why I know? Because Porsha gave us a little breakdown, and it was amazing. She was like, "Oh yeah, her good friend Cynthia knew she was coming. Didn't give her the heads up. That's gonna be a shit show. Let's watch." Like it was funny, and I really liked Porsha. What do we think about this? Without getting too deep, what do we think overall? Like.
I think Cynthia should have told Nene, and I don't think it's wrong for her to expect her to tell. If you're friends with someone,
But you don't
tell
have to
them.
tell her, right? You just feel like she should have told her. She doesn't have to tell her, though, right?
I mean, have to is a strong word, but she should have.
I
Have to,
Okay.
should have. Is
All
that,
right.
is that the same? Should
I
have.
mean, it kind
or
of
have
make words can make a difference sometimes. So, all right, well, that's her stance. Let's, Drew.
I think the night was about Cynthia, and Nene knows that Cynthia and Kenya are good friends, and there's a chance of Kenya rolling up, and I don't think Cynthia owed it to Nene to go out of her way for her night to make things more comfortable for Nene.
I didn't say don't invite her. I said should have told her.
But I'm saying like it wasn't that deep. If it was Kenya out here being like talking crazy, wishing death on Greg or something, yeah, you should warn her. If it's over an Instagram story, girl, is this middle school? No. Like, get over it.
Okay, Erika?
I do feel like Cynthia should have said something. However, when Nene was talking to Marlo early on, Nene was not going to go because she thought Kenya was going to be there. So it's not like she was shocked and awed. She should have had a heads up, but she probably already kind of knew the same way Kenya kind of knew that Nene was going to be there. It wasn't like
So it was like,
breaking
now I
news,
have the
right.
total right to get mad at you.
But then
Yeah.
it was the mic thing too. So then we get the mic thing.
The mic thing just threw it over the top. It was like that cherry on the top, just building that sundae, whipped cream.
I have to give a shout
Hysterical.
out to Greg because I loved it when Kenny was like, "Oh, Greg, it's so great to see you," and Greg said, "It's great to be seen." He didn't say it's great to see you. He said it's great to be seen. I was like, "So post your wife,
He
man."
knows the shade as well.
Yes, I was like, "Look at Greg."
And the live chat, y'all are saying it's just a production. Karen Rodriguez, Holly Burnett, the same thing. It's always a production. Nene's acting like Andy's thinking she's the boss of everybody. So here's the thing. Oh, God, here's the thing. My opinion, like, I feel like Cynthia doesn't have to tell Nene. It's her party. It's her event. I have to keep it real, though. I'm kind of in the same kind of boat. Like, I have two friends that are very equally close to me that do not speak. I don't have events where I invite both of them because one of them will not come. You know what I mean? So I'm not even trying to be like, oh, I'm going to have a huge party and like one of you guys is going to come. I just say I'm having a party.
So who do you choose to invite?
I just say I'm having a party.
Okay.
And whoever comes, comes.
Okay. So
You know what I
don't
mean?
invite anybody.
No, I'd say I'm having a party. I don't go to someone specifically and say, this person's coming. This is what I say. I'm having a party, and whoever comes, comes. Because that's me alerting, but also not playing in to a specific favoritism or a specific subject because I don't want to insert myself in the drama. I want to stay neutral. So I alert by saying I'm having a party, but I'm not saying, hey, by the way, Diana Ross is going to be there and I know you hate her. Hey, by the way, I know that you hate Diana Ross, but you know, Beyonce's coming or whatever. I don't go to them specifically, but I do say, hey, I'm having a party and you know, I invited everyone. So whoever comes. It's going to be great and that's where I leave it. Because I'm too old to be going to people and going, this person is coming, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. I know it's a TV show and it's going to be amped up 1,000%.
I don't know. I just feel like if you're close, you're going to talk to your friend about the party for one, and then you're going to talk about who's coming, and you're going to tell them, hey,
But
Ken's
but
coming.
Nene even said that, like, or Cynthia and Nene both said that each other were being distant. So it's like, why am I going, if you're not being a good friend to me, why am I going on my way to be like, let me come and tell you what's going on? Also, the night was about Cynthia. She wants her friends there.
Yeah.
I have a friend who, her other best friend and I do not get along. And when situations come about her, I'm like, I'm going to show up. I know that this other
Yeah.
person's going to be here. And I'm going to keep it cute because it's not about me.
I just think
Although
it's...
I will say I do think in other franchises, a lot of times, like on New York, Orange County, a lot of times if you know the people are beefing, which she already knew, then you do give them the heads up. Like
You set them up, though.
They're invited. I don't know if they're coming or not, but I invited everyone.
But it's a
That's what
setup.
you
It's
say.
like, this is your chance to clear the air with them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can have that opportunity.
Right.
Or you can steer clear.
Or you can keep yourself together for my event. Either way, you're giving the person
Exactly.
the heads up.
But
And I think that's fair.
But the way that Nene acts about things, do you blame Cynthia for being like, I'm just gonna not say anything because
No, I totally see where she's coming from.
Because what I feel like probably would have happened had she told her, as Nene would have once again made the situation about her, blown up. I can't believe you'd invite blah blah, not shown up to the event, and then continue to have beef with Cynthia for even
I don't
inviting
Maybe she
him.
wouldn't
I
have
don't
had.
believe in that.
Yeah, maybe she wouldn't have had beef, but I know she wouldn't have came.
I don't
You
believe
know what
in
I
that
mean?
because I feel like you're walking on eggshells with your friend, and if you're not keeping it real with your friend, you're
She's
not
walking on
you're not
eggshells
friends.
regardless with Nene.
But you know
Then
what
she
though?
doesn't need to be friends with her.
Keeping
you
it
don't need to
re-
be friends.
keeping it real though, like no one, so one person is not going to show up. Like you know what I mean? Like
But let's
me
keep it
doing-
real. Everybody's coming to the finale party.
Even your enemy.
You know what I'm saying? She would have been mad and stank, but she would have came because, they are paid for this.
The one thing I did notice is Marlo. She is her ride or die friend. I feel like even
She's her
when,
yes
yeah,
man.
No, I don't
No,
think
I-
she's a
no,
good friend,
no,
you
no,
guys.
Not a
because
good friend.
She
they
gasses
just
her
got
up.
into it.
She gasses her up though, because you want to know why I know, because Nene wouldn't have had her at that dinner after the party, because she said like, I need to talk about my feelings, and Marlo would be over here basically talking about her feelings, which translates to she's gonna be over here gassing me up when I want to have a real conversation, and I don't want to end this friendship, even though she kind of did, and she was being really petty. So I'm just talking about Marlo. Like I don't think she is a good friend.
I don't think
and
so
you know when we
either.
look back at the tape, I recently saw the footage again from the closet. Marlo is the one that's like, get up in there, Kandi, get up in there, pick something out for yourself. Oh, let them in there, let them in there. Like Nene just didn't hear that apparently. And then when they asked her about it on Watch What Happens Live, like it wasn't that big of a deal. And I'm like, you need to take into account that she was gassing not just you, but gassing up other people to piss you off as well. She was telling them, go in your closet when Nene was saying, don't go in my closet. And she's like, oh, you go in there. Oh, you stop it. Pick something out. It just makes no sense, you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's being petty. I do think that Nene's being petty. When in a grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal, but I get it. My friends are two people that do not speak to each other, and I'm constantly in the middle, even though they both do things to not put me in the middle. Like, just naturally, I'm going to feel that way. So, keeping it real, like, that's why I just say, I'm not going to anyone specifically. I'm just saying I'm having a party. You know what I mean? Assume what you want to assume. If you're really want to know if that person's coming, you're going to ask, because there's people that I don't like in circles, and I go, you know what, just give me a heads up. Is she going to be there? Because if she's going to be there, I'll prepare myself, or I'll just come later.
Because it's your beef with the person.
Exactly.
It's not I don't have beef with anyone. It's not my responsibility to tell you because you two
She just
decide to
didn't
have
handle
beef.
her feelings well.
Nene doesn't handle her feelings. Like, this is the problem with the Nene situation, is she is a victim. She plays victim all the time, and it's frustrating because Greg is the one who's going through it. And before people jump on me, my little brother had cancer 2 years ago, and I flew home and took care of him the entire time during his chemotherapy, and it was exhausting. And I was the only caretaker, and it's exhausting. And I completely feel for what Nene's going through, but it does not give you the agency to be horrible and disrespectful towards people, and that's what she does.
Let's talk about the jabs at the party with Kenya. She called her. Basically, she said, is she having a buffalo? That's why I said I wanted buffalo wings, because I really do, though. They sound really good right now. Let's talk about this. Cynthia gets on the mic. She's basically saying, thank you for everyone for coming. Kenya walks up to the side, kind of like a puppy that wants a treat. Cynthia acknowledges it and gives her the mic, fueling everything up even more. I want to know what you guys think about this, because we still have to talk about the audio recording and news and gossip, and we're losing time. Go.
Cynthia had no control over it, but it was jacked the F up. Like, I didn't
To give her the mic.
Yeah. I mean, I think Kenya bogarted and just kind of wanted to rub Nene's nose.
Yeah,
in.
Kenya knew that it was going to happen.
Knew what was going to happen. And, there wasn't really anything Cynthia could do without it being really awkward and embarrassing. But, yeah, it was messed up. I felt for Nene.
I don't feel for Nene, because I felt it was extremely childish when they wanted to call Greg up and just be like, thank you so much for coming out. And Nene held him back because it wasn't about Nene. And she got mad. And I thought that was so obnoxious and rude and childish.
But this is the thing. I feel like if Cynthia really wanted to say whatever she wanted to say to Greg, she could have said it on the mic and not call him up.
She
could
was
have
trying
just
to give
said,
him a moment.
She did.
but why
She
call
said-
him up? She doesn't have to call him up to give him a moment. You're on the mic, just like we are right now. We can say, Greg,
I have to say
you're
this.
looking good tonight. Thank you for coming out. thank you.
I have to
That's
say
it.
this, Cynthia, girl, you should have known. I know you knew Nene was mad. You kind of walked into that one on yourself. Yeah, I would have not called her over. Looking so pissed off in the corner, I would have been like, all right, well, I'm ignoring her. I'm definitely not going to call up any attention towards her, especially if she's over there acting so pissed off. I do agree with Erika. I do feel like Kenya did it on purpose, and I do feel like
Oh, you know
she
she did.
knew that Nene was going to get mad. But I also agree with the fact that she said something super important. Cynthia kind of didn't have a choice, or it would have looked super awkward and weird. I don't know, like, it's about taking control, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you could have been like, I'm talking, girl. Like, calm down a little bit. Hold on, I'm still talking. Like, thank you guys for coming. Like, I don't know. There is a way around it, but it just didn't go down like that. We can't play coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Because
You know?
Kenya's not in the right either, but the point is that Cynthia is, if you want Cynthia to be neutral, then she needs to be able to be neutral towards Kenya too. Like, you can't just expect her to side with you because that's not being neutral.
Yes. Well, Shamari says, come out of hiding, drink a little bit, dance a little bit. Even
Of course.
Kandi got into that love mix. Kandi was kind of the voice of reason. Kenya was rude on the way out. She's leaving. And Kandi's like, Nene's trying to say goodbye. Okay, this is a big old hot mess. They were both being shady. It did not work out. She should have just let her leave. It skips over. We're thinking the episode over. There's an audio recording. This conversation, it starts off with Kandi saying, I'm mic'd, kind of trying to say, like, hello, I have a microphone on. And, Cynthia says something about bringing Kenya. Bravo is so quick to support it, shoots the montage, and we hear Cynthia say, I have to pretend to not know that Nene was coming. I understand that it's not a big deal that you invited your friend. It's your event. But why lie about it? Because now all the Nene stands are going to hold hard into the ground, and they're going to be like, if it wasn't a big deal, then why did you lie about it, Cynthia? Thoughts quickly.
I'm not a Nene stan, and I still think she lied and was wrong for lying about her knowledge of the fact.
True.
I think these women are 50 plus years old. Stop acting like teenagers.
Erika?
A lie is a lie is a lie. Their friendship should be better than that.
Well, Cynthia apologized, but in the history of Housewives, it ain't over until it's over, baby, like Lenny Kravitz says. They're just never the time to let it go. News and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, well, the text messages that you guys have been waiting for, they were out of control. I'm going to be Nene, and Drew's going to be Porsha. We're going to get through this as quickly as we can. I'm Nene, and I start off by saying, you lying-ass, big, fat, hungry bitch. You know I never put my hands on you. Marlo, Cynthia, nor Kandi ever said that. You want an excuse for going in my closet without permission so you can talk your fake Instagram, all your shit on Instagram, all you want. But remember, my house is lit with cameras. Oh, and don't forget who was by your side and saved your whack ass when you pulled Kenya off the sofa. Don't forget no one messed with you in San Fran or in Spain but me. If you got something to say the truth. I never put my hands on you 100. Oh, and remember when you had your hair flipped and your thin bald spot? I have hair, and I have enough money to buy my wigs and extensions that I want.
I'm not reading all that bullshit.
Oh.
You know damn well I'm recorded that I am no studio to set you up. Kiss my ass. How dare you make that claim? I would not conspire like that. I'm not reading all that. Oh, she said
You so full of shit. Go enjoy your one-time 3-episode commercial, boo-boo.
You enjoy it too.
I had 12 episodes, and trust, I won't watch not one of yours. Too busy securing my sunglasses. Swagboutique.com.
This is cutting off. But
Drama.
where
I'm happy and blessed. Good night, Edges. And then Nene says, good
Yes.
night, Big Piggy with the busted shape.
Girl, I
and you
know
know.
you and them granddaddy long legs and box body not coming from my body that made my night.
Long, pretty legs, and I've been fine. You worry about them extra small baby ankles you rockin'. Hopefully they hold up that giant body. Try dieting. That's something you've never been good at. So the gloves are off. Obviously, this is crazy. Porsha just had a baby 6 days ago.
Oh,
Nene,
horny.
you need to relax. Like, out of control. Speaking of the baby, here's a little picture.
In love.
Dennis and little
I
PJ
love
Pilar, so cute. And then Obviously, if you move on to the next photo, then we'll pull it up. Nene responded with her own YouTube video that we should all watch. And she says, Porsha responded, "You are a bald edges lie. Nothing was taped and added." You know, the whole studio thing that she's being alleged of. I said the exact thing the moment you were assaulting people on camera. Let's move on to the next picture real quickly. Nene responds to that, "You don't understand how this broke me. I will never be okay. Never!" So much has happened that you don't even get to see. Thank God they showed me and gave me a little rope. My sisterhood was real. You guys, it is crazy. The reunion is going to be off the hook. We have 3 more episodes to go. Make sure to tune in. It's going to be hot. We're going to be talking about Nene, Porsha, the whole thing. Make sure to leave your comments. Let us know whose team you're on. Team Nene, Team Porsha. We're going to do a poll. We're going to count it up, and we're going to start it at the top of the show. Make sure to check out my new show, It's Bravo Bitch, on AfterBuzz TV, Sunday nights at 7. I'm your host, Hollywood Lian.
I'm your host, Miss Conversation Piece. Check me out on Barry coming up, new season, and Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is kicking off as well. And just tweet me or Instagram me, Miss Conversation Piece.
I'm Drew Jones, and you guys can slide into the DMs at OKDrewJ.
What's up, party people? You can follow me on all of my social media at Erika, Erika, D as in door, Edwards.
We'll have your tweets and more news next time. We ran out of time. Bye, AfterBuzzers.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.